Hi, lovely people. Welcome back. Excuse me not showing my face. We're going to go straight into it, and we're clearing consumerism and addictive shopping. So let's see where we are with this one. 10% positive, 70% negative. And in this system, we want everything to be at 100 positive, 0 negative. It's just the way the system works. Ascended master level, so we're a few levels above incarnational level, which is rock bottom. We actually go below that. We can go below that, but we want to be from ascended master all the way up here and all the way up here to a minimum of radiant love new paradigm level. So we're going to ask your high self teams who we're working with to do the initial clearing on this consumerism and addictive shopping, and raise it up to 100 positive and down to 0 negative. Perfect time of year to do a clearing like this. So this was a suggestion, so thank you. I can't remember your name, but I remember who you are. I remember your picture of your suggestion. You make lots of fantastic suggestions. Thank you. I have got a huge list, and I know people have been asking for a long time for the same things, and I will eventually get round to them all. The next ones I'm going to be doing, I think, are going to be the elements, which was requested a long time ago by somebody and re-requested just recently. And so we're going to be clearing water, earth, fire. So all the elements individually. It'll be very interesting to see, because they are above duality, as that person rightly said. So it'll be very interesting to see what comes up with them, because they're above duality. Very, very interesting. Everything's an experiment, always, really. You know, we can never be too sure about anything. So let's see. First of all, 6B, this is consumerism and addictive shopping. So make sure that you're 100% open to receiving healing for all of these. Inside right, so we've got blocks to abundance, of course. Yeah, so let's clear all blocks to abundance from you. Okay, where we're going next, and this is just a very, very mini group clearing, so we're not going into any depth of any kind, but it's still powerful for many people. So if you want to work with me personally, all the details are in the details section on YouTube. Duality of the I am level consciousness, so let's clear that away. Let's clear quite quickly. Where next? Chart 17, fine tuning. Pick up discordant energy. Okay, well, let's clear all that discordant energy at Lord of Lords level, which is the first expression of the living soul, and let's clear any programs to pick up that discordant energy as well. Okay, I feel like there's something more on here, so let's just see. Anything more on the inside? Desire to suffer. Okay, anything more on the inside? Anything more on the outside? Blocks to the creative force. Anything else? Yes. Unwillingness to cooperate with high self. Anything else at all? No, let's clear all of those away from you at Lord of Lords level. Lord of Lords or Law of Laws. Either way, it's the first expression of the living soul. Just looking here about infinity, and in the dictionary it says, this is the dictionary for the SRT system that I'm using here, there are 90,000 digits in infinity. The first number is 8, which if laid on its side symbolises infinity. And the infinity stream is at the Godhead and extends forward and backwards without end. What is done at any point in what we call time affects that which went before to a lesser degree, and that which comes after to a greater degree. Since there is only the now, the infinity stream needs to be kept clean at all times. I have actually done a clearing on the infinity stream ages ago, a couple of years ago, so do look back in my back catalogue. I'm pretty sure there's one there, a short one, a very brief one, I think. This is still clearing there, so, oh, right, here we go. There was a lot cleared for you all there. That's good. Right. Chart 28, Final Forgiveness. Multiple pathways. I'm not going to ask how many multiple pathways because it's going to be different for everybody, but we're just going to ask that any multiple pathways are cleared in connection with this issue that we're clearing right now. So let me just read briefly about multiple pathways. There are two areas of multiple pathways. There are number one is there are 2,600 pathways that lead from the Godhead to where we are created in the image and likeness of God as spiritual bodies / living souls. There are 136 major categories, one of which is animal. Most people I find when I'm clearing have evolved through the animal kingdom. Of the 2,600, 540 are animal paths, and if you came that path, you could be holding animal energy. That comes up all the time with my private clearings with people. Let me just finish this one and I'll go on to point 2. Quite a lot coming up in this. Chart 25, it looks like. Final assurance. We're seeking a guarantee that everything is cleared. So let's do that. Let's seek that guarantee that everything is cleared. Go back over and check everything, please. Thank you. And point number 2, when the soul decides to incarnate, there is a listing of 900 million possible life paths or scenarios. You can pick a maximum of any 20 and in any order as your major path. Then there are usually 3 alternative or alternate life paths designed, which you can switch to from time to time. In fact, Doreen, it's not Doreen, is it? What is it? You know who I'm saying. Dolores Cannon, in one of her books, she discusses this as well. I think she comes up with slightly different numbers, but very, very similar. And you know, we have to remember all this stuff is coming through people's earthly consciousness, so it doesn't matter what messages are coming through, it still has to come through the earthly consciousness of that person. You know, it still has to come through to a degree their understanding. So this is why as we evolve spiritually, we are able to be party to more information from spirit, which is why things can change. We can only know a certain amount that could help us at that moment of in time, at that level of consciousness. But as we evolve, we're able to, it's almost like they're able to release more. They're able to tell us more. Consciousness has expanded enough for us to be aware more. But obviously point number 2 is if your level of understanding or your level of spiritual evolvement is more, evolution is more advanced, then you'll be able to hold more information that can be imparted from spirit. Does that make sense? It all depends on your energetic capacity, I guess, your spiritual evolution and your level of consciousness. I probably confuse people by all of that, but it's why we can be told. I mean, Dolores Cannon said this in her books. It's why in her early books they say one thing, but in her books before the end, they said other things came through, other things which sort of dismissed the earlier stuff. One, because maybe the spiritual evolution of the person under hypnosis could only understand a certain amount, and it had to come through their awareness, so it gets filtered. And number two, we weren't as spiritually evolved at the time of the early books as we are now, so we're able to be given more information that may have dismissed the earlier information. This is what I mean. We can't set in stone stuff that we were told 20 years ago or 30 years ago, because we're evolving, and because we're evolving, spirit is evolving, because spirit is evolving, the universe, the galaxies, consciousness, everything is evolving, so everybody's experiencing more, everybody's learning new stuff. It's never ending. It's till infinity. So it's quite fascinating. So we can't set in stone what we've been told before. I don't know why I'm going on about that. There must be a reason. Anyway, let's get back to this clearing. Chart 12. Miasma spirit. Okay, let's just clear that away then, please. Thank you. And I think people hang on to stuff because a channel said it, back in 1995 or whatever. Oh, someone channeled that back in 1995, therefore only that is correct. And it just isn't so. And I think this is another reason why so many things in the Bible, for instance, were written in metaphors, and in ancient scriptures were written in metaphors. And it's not to be told how to think. It's for us to evolve and to apply our understanding to it, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. But you make up your own mind about it. But that's the whole point. It's not for us to be told like sheep. It's for us to evolve and gain our own understanding, I guess. Otherwise we'd all be like sheep. We'd just be repeating as well. But there are other reasons things were written in metaphors. Obviously there is safety reason, like Nostradamus. He wrote a lot of metaphorical and confusing stuff out of safety reasons, because the Catholic Church was very, very powerful back then. Loss of hearing God. Let's clear that away as well. So we can't cling on to what was channeled to us 20 years ago or 10 years ago, because we're evolving at such a pace now that we have to keep an open mind, is what I'm saying. And I think there's a danger in society that, well, this is written down here, therefore it must be true. Well, this was channeled back in 1995 or 2000 or 2010, so it must be true. No. And if it doesn't feel right, even whatever I'm saying, if it doesn't feel right, don't take it. From me, from anyone, don't take it. Don't follow. Don't, as Krishnamurti says, don't follow anyone. Obviously, if you like their teachings or you feel drawn to them, that's absolutely fine. But I think if we blindly follow things, then we're giving up a certain amount of our own power there. We have to reach our own understandings in our own way. And it doesn't matter what anyone else says. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't take it. I don't care who says it. I really don't care who says it. Just, if it resonates, fine. If it doesn't, don't. I have to give everyone a spiritual kick. So here it is. A spiritual kick. It's like a jolt, or a rap in the skull, as they call it, to get you out of entrenched patterns. There must be a reason all of this is coming through me today, because I wasn't planning on saying very much. But I do feel often that this is coming from spirit there. We're at a point of evolution. We have to be following our own understanding. How does it feel, what they're saying? Does it resonate with you? Does it not resonate with you? Doesn't mean to say those people that are channeling, or those people that are, or the books that you read are wrong or anything like that. There's no right or wrong. it just means if it doesn't resonate, it could just be that either you're not at that right level of understanding, or it's not resonating along the path that you've chosen, or it just isn't. It just isn't for you at this time, you know, or whatever. It, you know, yeah. But as always, there are paths you can follow which are always the right paths, and those are paths of kindness, paths of joy, paths of love, and, you know, unity. Those are the right paths to follow. Back to 25 again, so bit of a chatty clearing this one, I'm sorry about that. Soul phases. So let's just clear any soul phases there. We're amidst massive change right now in the world. We really are. We really are at a tipping point as well. And 2025, from what I gather from my astrological very close friend Patty Post, it's pretty major in terms of astrology, and those that follow astrology. I don't really follow much astrology, but just the odd bits. But those that do follow astrology, it's pretty major stuff going on. So it's quite fascinating. But as always, try not to get pulled into it and just observe. Are we done there? Should we go to mop up? Let's go to mop up. We're going to do a quick mop up. This is where the bulk of the clearing takes place by your teams on the other side of life, using their 200 plus charts, and they'll clear away the bulk of the programs. That's why this particular bit, the mop up, is the most important. And I promise not to talk so much in the next clearing. Right, what are we looking at? Are we done? We are. Okay, so let's see where we are. 100 positive. It looks like 10 negative. So this is why checks are so important. Yeah, there's always something. I can always feel it as well when there's something that the pendulum can say, yeah, it's all done, but yeah, if it doesn't feel it, then I always go back and check. Blocks to intelligence. Let's clear all blocks to intelligence from everybody, please. Thank you. I've just drawn to a paragraph in my book that, as I'm clearing this, which is miracles. There is no order of difficulty in miracles. The difficulty is in the human mind. Many believe that some miracles, expressions of spirit, are more difficult than others. This is simply not true. Rather, it is a matter of limited beliefs. We are seeing many miracles through SRT clearings. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. We are full of self-limitation in our minds. Right, okay. 100 positive, 0 negative. That feels so much lighter. That's better. Okay. And that's Radiant Love New Paradigm. So there you go. I'm going to get on to the next clearing. So wishing you many, many blessings. Bye.